Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to be showcasing a n8n workflow for finding emails using Signaliz. So starting off, what is email permutation? Email permutations are different ways to guess someone's work email using their name and company domain. For example, if someone, let's say, is John Doe and he works at Apple, we can try and generate such emails until we find the right one. So why Signaliz? So for those of you who may not know, Signaliz it's a GTM tool which allows us to enrich companies, find emails, etc. So why Signaliz? Signaliz uses million verifier and bounce ban under the hood, which means we can save cost, and actually we can find emails by generating them at random and only verifying them. Also, Signaliz only charges us when the email is found, so there will be no charges for looking up. Also, so I'll show you the Google Sheet. So here it is. So as you can see, Signaliz gives us the email, and here there are two important factors to consider when sending cold emails. Why is this important? When we verify an email, we get to one of two answers. A valid means that we are 100% sure the email is real and our message will be delivered. So this is good for us. Catch-all means that the company accepts all emails sent to their DM, so we can't know for sure if that specific person's email exists. Think of valid like a confirmed address, and catch-all like a building that accepts all mail, but we are not sure if the person actually lives there. So this might actually be a problem, because we can be sending emails and our reputation may be really, it may be hurt. So at the end of this workflow, we can choose to only go with the emails where they are not catch-all, so we can be sure that we will be getting all our emails will be sent. Why is this important? This is important because we need to make sure the email address is real. If we send too many emails to fake or wrong addresses, email providers like Gmail or Outlook will think we are some spammers and blockers. This means even our good emails won't reach anyone. Verifying emails first keeps our account healthy and makes sure our messages actually land in people's inboxes. So what tools will we need? We'll need n8n, Signaliz subscription. We'll also need a CRM or Google Sheets. We'll be using Google Sheets and a source with the ICP name and their corresponding company name. So for this data, I've actually used this website. So what I did is I scraped this with the instant data scraper. This is what I used. So this is how the data comes in, and then I've cleaned it to only get these important fields. So let me show you how the workflow looks like. So we are getting rows from our sheet. Of course, we have put this status column so that we can be able to run our workflow correctly. So I've already had some examples before this, as you can see. So let's try and show you how the workflow actually works. So I'll execute. You'll see how powerful Signaliz is, as we are generating 10 sample emails, and we'll loop over them until Signaliz confirms either of them. So as you can see, We still haven't yet found it. That's 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 9. Last one will yes. So we got the guy's email. Let me show you. So yes, you can see this. So this means our email permutations that we came up with are really powerful, because you can see we were able to get his email, and you'd think his first name would be actually the usable one, but he's using YG at this domain name. So let me explain the workflow. So we are getting some rows, and then we're getting rows from our sheet, and then since our generate permutations node, it has to get the data as this data here. I'll show you this first name, last name, domain. It has to match exactly. So what I did is I had a set fields node where I first labeled it exact. If these don't match, this workflow will not work, because the email permutation node will not be able to recognize these have to be exact. If they are not exact, this workflow will not work. So after getting the permutations, as you can see, we are generating 10 emails from all of these, and then we have to guess over all of these. These are all randomly generated from this permutation, as you can see. And don't worry, I came up with this using Claude, so this was actually no coding knowledge is actually needed. So these are our emails. As you can see, we get 10. So I asked Claude to give me the most common email patterns, and I think Claude did a really good job. So I'm then getting the email permutations, and then I'm looping over them, and of course I'm using Signaliz, the verify email endpoint. I'm using their API, but I guess you can also do this on their platform. So these are what it requires. It only requires the email, and I got this from the previous node. So it will loop over that email, and as you can see, this looped over 10 times, and until we got the person's email. So let me do like I haven't actually handled this other. Let's try and see if we can get other emails. To that one. Looked over 2 times. If it's false, it loops again. And we got the email. This is actually pretty cool. So yeah, and you can see it's verified true, it's catch all, false, false, true. Yeah, this is a very powerful workflow. And yeah, that's it. See you on the next one.